Today I want to teach you how to stop a bully. The reason why I can say this is because I've had a lot of experience in my early days. Okay, it sounds like I'm 90 years old, but like back when I was younger, I I used to get bullied. So imagine this. Right now I'm 17 years old. Imagine back in like first grade. Skinny boy, no confidence, small, smaller than most of the girls. I think we had two girls who were like the smallest, and then maybe there was another short guy, and then I was the next. But either I was the smallest or the next smallest guy. Basically, the smallest guy. I never stood up for myself. I was always this kind of nice guy. But, not the nice guy, but like the term nice guy, which means basically a simp and a coward. And I want to tell you my story about that. So imagine that kind of guy, skinny, no confidence, no muscles at all, small, can't even stand up for himself when somebody this disses me or talk bad about me. I'll just be like, haha, yeah, that will be my reaction. I wouldn't do shit about it. I regret it so much. And that's why I make this video today, because I want to help you. If you're in the same kind of position as I was when I was a kid, this kind of guy who wasn't confident about being himself, the guy who wasn't confident in these situations, that guy who always got picked on. Like, I was always the guy getting picked on. Let's say we had like a discussion, right? Where we had to take decisions. If I said something, no one would take that seriously. No one would even accept that. I have lived my almost my entire year. It was only up till eighth grade, the eighth grade, that I began to become more confident in myself. And the reason why I began to get confident is actually because of the gym. It's actually crazy. When I think back to it, that was what started my confidence. That's what started me being happy again. I've had, I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I've had suicidal thoughts. I have been thinking about killing myself. It's that bad. I think a lot of boys have had it like that. And if you watch this, if you watched the video this far, you probably maybe have experienced some of the same things that I have. You can kind of relate to me, right? And that's exactly what I want. I'm like your big brother. Think about me as your big brother. That's why I have this channel. I'm like the big brother for you who's gonna help you become more successful in life and fixing your life. Feel good, attracting girls. Okay, I spring off the topic like it's about how to help that being bullied. But anyway, where did I come from? Yeah. So imagine that guy. And honestly, the reason I didn't have that many guy friends, I had a few guy friends which I actually talked to, but I was like the guy, who tried to talk with a lot of people. But again, they always looked down on me. I could tell, and it was so sad. All day, I just knew I was the weakest guy in the room. Every time we had to do something kind of masculine, I felt like I standed out. If we had to do push-ups or something like that, or we were gonna wrestle like boys should do, because we have this masculine energy, we have this childish play that we need to bring out. I didn't want to do that. If somebody came over to me and kind of wanted to like, snitch my hair, like give me a little dab in the head, like slap me in the head or something, and try to run, and like wanted me to maybe run after them or something, right? I was just almost, I just got depressed. I thought, why am I the one getting picked on? Why do I have to feel this much pain? They didn't realize that, and honestly, I don't even judge the people who bullied me. Think about that. I don't even judge them. I don't blame them. I completely understand why they would go after someone like me. It's very hard to say that. It's very hard to say that it's understandable that I got bullied, but It's the truth. It's not very easy for me to talk about this, but I'm doing it anyway because I don't want you to be in my position. And how do you stop a bully? It's honestly very simple. Become stronger. There is no like tip on like say these things to him. Take your hand like this, put it in his face, and say, "Stop it! I don't want to get bullied anymore." Like it's not gonna. That's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. You're gonna be looking like a dumbass, that weak coward. Imagine like this tall guy, right? Who goes me to like here, right? And I look at him like this and be like, "Oh, stop it! I'm not gonna stand for this. That you bully me." I'm down. The counting is going up, and I'm like thinking, what the fuck is going on, right? That's why the most important thing is getting stronger. Do something resistant training. Do something that makes you muscular. Do push ups. If you're like a guy who's like the teenager age, that's the perfect age. If you're like 8 years old, then my content is not really for you. Like, if you're being bullied, that's really sad. Like, if you're that age, you can't really build that much muscle at that age. The only thing you can really do is just honestly stand up for yourself. And that's the next thing. Not only do you want to become more strong, I'm not telling you to become a muscle meathead who like on steroids or some shit, who only grows his arms like fucking big as hell, right? I'm just telling you to get more muscle. Just become strong. It will it will unconsciously it would consciously what the fuck is the word? Like it would constantly make people respect you more because you will seem stronger. People will have instant respect. If you see a guy who has a six pack, but not only a six pack, but like strong, he's athletic, you will instantly get respect for that guy. You will just think, damn, that guy works. That guy knows something. That guy's strong. He's masculine. We can't help but respect a guy like that. That's why you gotta train. But the thing is, when somebody comes up and says something bad to you, so like a lot of people, the way that I got bullied was that I always get picked on. Like if we were walking down to get like our computers, I remember clearly that we had to walk through the hall and like we need to get a computer. Then suddenly some fucking kid from my class will just come from behind and make like a tackle on me. Like it was just slight attack me. Or like I will fell down and just, oh, what the fuck are you doing? I wouldn't even say that. That's the crazy thing. Like I would, the girls will walk past, right, and they would just look at me and give that like, imagine them holding like a notebook and be like, like, and then they would just walk. Imagine, and I just laying there like, somebody help me. You don't want to be in that position. How can you not help lose respect? You should be that guy who says like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like just with a straight face, you should just look at him and say, "What are you doing? Do you think you're funny?" Like you should just stand up for yourself. Make them feel like they did something wrong. That's the best tip that I can give you. I'm not telling you to be that meathead like, "Oh, you want to fight, huh? Come and fight." Like you don't have to be like that. You just have to stand up for yourself instead of being like me, who is just like, imagine me laying down there, like just getting tackled. And they giggle and they like run, and then I just like, and then I just get up and walk again until the next time. So I'm just nervously in fight or flight mode, waiting for somebody to just jump in me and give me like, a slap like this. It's not a very nice position to be in. It's not funny to be the one who's being bullied. Your life will feel like it's going very much downhill. You have to stand up for yourself. That's literally my point. Become stronger so people will respect you more. Have good posture instead of being sluggish like this. If you're sluggish like this, imagine the guy, look at this. Imagine the guy sitting like this in class. And he's breathing through his mouth. Of course you can't respect a guy like that. What the fuck, you will looking like, bro, breathe through your nose. Stand up. Roll your shoulders back. Sit back. Have your head straight. Breathe through your nose. That's how you can seem more confident. Have a more open body posture. Like if if you're sitting beside a girl, just spread your legs out. Fuck you if you just said something joke, bro. Fuck you, bro. But like spread your legs out. Have your arms like this. Just instead of being like this, stop sitting like this, bro. You will look like a weak guy I don't even blame the bullies for going after you. Like, either you don't stand up for yourself or you just look weak. Like, of course, the bottom tier guy is always gonna get picked on. Like, you can say that it's like, oh, it's shallow and all this, but like, it's the game. You're in the game. You might as well win this. Become strong and say your opinion. So let's take an example here. So let's say somebody comes up to me and say, "Oh, you're so skinny," and they like take, you know, the thing where they take like your hand and like do this, and they can just swing you around. They can pick you up and like throw you to the ground or something. If they say something like that, like, "Oh, you're so skinny," just literally, the mistake that I did was I laughed. I like, ah, yeah, I'm so skinny. I literally made myself look weaker. What the fuck is that, right? Like, that's so weird. You should literally just look at him and say like, okay, and and that's the thing. Most of the time, that bully is not gonna like. He's gonna have something that he's not confident about. So like, I'm I'm just pissed off at people doing that. So like the best way for me to actually stand up for myself is being a little bit of an asshole, but like, so like, let's say there comes a guy up to me, right? Most of the time a guy is either skinny or or, or like skinny fat or fat, like at that age, right? If you're like teenage age, right? Like, let's say that fat kid or like that skinny fat with chubby chin comes up to you and says like, "Oh, what up, skinny?" What up, fatty? So let's say it's a skinny guy saying, and you're maybe fat, and he says, "What up, fatty?" Then you just say, "Oh, what up, skinny? How does it feel to not have any like meat on you or something like that?" Like, you're just gonna play a little bit back. Like, that's actually a way that you can actually be looking kind of like the cool guy. Like, oh, God, sorry, fuck, I just speak the age. Wait, fuck. Um, oh, well said, or like something like that. It will put like a little bit of respect. You can either try to do it that way, or you can just be brutal and just look at him like this, like I'm trying to be funny or something, and then just to walk, just to walk, like just look, stare at him like this, shake your head, and then just to walk. And walk proudly. That's the simplest way. There's no like tip to, oh, top three things to say to a bully when he begins. Oh, prepare you for the attack. Prepare when he comes. Now you're gonna say this to him. There's nothing like that. You gotta just do it to the situation. So like, that's what I always do. I have always been skinny. As you can see right here, I have always been skinny. And what I will always tell, eh, what I will always tell now, like, I'm not really skinny anymore. Like, I'm pretty muscular, so I don't have that problem anymore. But like, if they did, and they say, "What up, skinny?" or something like that, I would just say, "What up, fatty?" At least I'm not fat or something like that. If they say, "How does it feel to be skinny?" Well, it feels better than being fat. Like, just say something like that with a straight face, or just with a smile like this. It's the best way to stop it. Honestly, like, that's the best way. I hope that helps. That's what helped me. I'm not being bullied anymore. I have lots of good friends, and I'm speaking so good to everyone in my class. And often people just randomly come up to me, right? Like, if I have a little bit of a tighter shirt on, right, they would just be like, "That you look good, bro. Are you training?" Like, instantly I can just hear it in their voice. They just respect me more by hearing that. It's getting muscular, and it's standing up for yourself. Those are the two things that you should do. Stay hydrated, brother. Have a good day.